y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another story time. I'm very excited to tell this story. If you're new here, thank you for clicking on my video. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment down below. Like the video, that it helped me grow. I would appreciate it. And if you're returning, hey, welcome. And let's get into the story time. All right. So y'all, this story it took place years ago. Not that long ago, maybe like 5-6 years ago. So I have some cousins that stay north of me, maybe like, I'm not sure, like 3 hours away in Palm Bay, right? So this Thanksgiving, I wanted to go visit them and I wanted to spend Thanksgiving with them. So I called my little cousin up. I'm like, hey, cuz, what y'all doing for Thanksgiving? Let me see if I want to come up there. So they was like, okay, you can come up here. We're going to cook. We're going to do our thing like they normally do. So I remember just being home. I was excited. My bigger cousin, my older cousin, she called and she was like, Mommy is my nickname. She was like, Mommy, so you need a ride or whatever? You can ride back up to Palm Bay with me and we can go to my house for Thanksgiving. So I'm like, cool. I was excited. I packed my little bag, just a little weekend bag, pack a few outfits or whatever. And I get ready for my cousin to pick me up. Okay, so no, we go pick up her mom-in-law, which is her child's dad mom, and she can cook, y'all. She can cook everything from scratch. I love when this lady cook. Anyway, we go pick her up once my cousin picked me up from my house, and we in this little, what it was, a little four-door Toyota car. I can't remember the year, but we was like, all we was smushed in this car. It was me, my older cousin, and her stepmom or her mom-in-law, right? So my cousin was driving, I was in the passenger seat, and mom-in-law was in the back. We were packed, y'all. We we popped the car with all type of pots, pans, things she gonna need to use to cook. My bag, my weekend bag, just a few things my cousin took from her place to take back up. Take from her old place back up to the new place in Palm Bay. We were packed. So I had my seat, me and my cousin, it was so much stuff in the back seat. We was like pushed to the front of the car. Anyway, the drive was cool. It was only like 2 hours, like I said. We having a good time. Mom-in-law in the back seat with her dog, and we chilling. Man, my cousin, the drive went by pretty fast. We was joking around, talking about good old days, things you talk about with your cousin. Talking about when I was younger, funny stories, acting like we was on Family Feud. Having a good time, right? So we driving. It's about 2 hours in, and we finally make it to my cousin's house. So we pull in the driveway. I remember it was nighttime. She opened her garage, and my other cousins are in the garage chiefing, right? They smoking their little tree. So I immediately get my bag. I'm excited because, when you see your favorite cousins, what? It's a party. So I immediately get excited. I take my things out of the car. I get my bag, and I help put the little things in the house, and it was party time. So we having a good time. My older cousin and mom-in-law, they're in the kitchen. Thanksgiving, the day before Thanksgiving, you prepare your turkey, your ham, you do your collard greens, you do all the food that take a little time. You kind of prepare them the night before. So mom-in-law and my big cousin, they're in the kitchen preparing the food. And my younger cousins and me and whoever else, we're in the garage, we're chiefing, we're smoking our tree, we having a good time, laughing. You know how it is when you meet up with your favorite cousins. It's a party. It's a party. We going around the corner and we're going to do our thing. And we coming back to the garage and we're going to do our thing some more. And we was just riding around having a good time. House smelling good. You know how the house smelled the night before Thanksgiving. If you know, you know. So the next day comes, it's Thanksgiving morning, right? So all night, mom-in-law stayed in the garage. She stayed in the garage the whole night, y'all, so she can watch the food. So she stayed in the garage the whole night. And it's Thanksgiving morning. She's up and she's continuing to prepare the food, like the collard greens or whatever. And we just having a good time. Everybody up. We just, cousins, we all meet in the living room. I get up, brush my teeth, take me a quick shower. Me and my cousin, we in the bathroom. You know how us girls do. I don't know how you and your cousins do, but me and my cousin, we're more like sisters than cousins. So me and her in the bathroom, and she's in the shower. I'm doing something in the bathroom. We talking, just talking about what we're gonna do for the day. You know, she had it. I remember she had got her nipple pierced, and she showed me her nipple piercing, y'all. She had one nipple pierced. Sorry, cousin, I'm telling this, but she had one nipple pierced, and she couldn't go. She said the pain was too much, so she didn't get the other one pierced. So I specifically remember that because I was in there like asking her about her piercing because I want to, right? So we get out the bathroom, and her boyfriend was there, so we link with him. And again, we in the garage and we're all chiefing, we're smoking our tree, right? I remember stepmom, she called us in the kitchen and she had a list in her hand, and she was telling us that she's missing this, she missing that, she missing this, and she's missing some items that she needs to continue, um, so she can continue cooking the meal. So we like, cool, we can go up to the local Walmart. Was it? Yeah, it was Walmart. And we can get the rest of the food that she need, because mom-in-law, she used to throw down. When I say this lady cook everything from scratch, she we're gonna get there. Okay. So we like, cool, we're gonna all pile up in the car, and me and my younger cousin and my big cousin, we're gonna go get this extra food, right? So she's mom-in-law at the house, and she's there just watching over the food. She continued cooking, so she gave us this list. Mind you, this list has about, I don't remember, it was a long list, y'all. It was at least 17 to 20 items on that list, right? She gave us this list and it has about 17 items. Now, that was not an issue. I'm trying to remember, was it Walmart? It had to be Walmart, because this was when Walmart was open. It was open on Thanksgiving Day. It had to be. It was Walmart, yeah. So anyway, she gave us this list. It's like 17 items. We like, cool, no problem. We're gonna pile up. We're gonna go in the car and we're gonna get the stuff, right? So we look at her and we're like, okay, so where the money? And you might be thinking like, well, it's a lot of y'all. Y'all can just pinch in $5, $10. But I didn't come up here to pay for no food. I was real young. I was broke. I didn't really have any money to pitch in for nothing. I was young at the time, so I was just came to enjoy Thanksgiving with my people, right? So I was excluded. I didn't have any money. And then my younger cousins, I'm sure they didn't really have any money either. So was my big cousin supposed to pay for it? So that's what I'm thinking in my head. So I just go with the flow. I'm like, hey, I'm a visitor. I'm here to just enjoy Thanksgiving with my family, and we finna have a good time. She gave us $7. Mom-in-law gave us $7, and she gave us a list with like 17 to 19 items to go get from Walmart. She was so serious, y'all. She gave us $7, no lie. And then, all I can think about in my head is saying, this ain't enough, and she's like, make it enough. She didn't really say that, but in so many words, that's what she said. She said, make it enough. She gave us $7, right? So I'm thinking in my head, how we gonna make this work? So we get in the car, we all pile in the car, and we're finna head to a Walmart. So my younger cousin is driving. I'm in the front passenger seat. My older cousin, she's in the back with, my little cousin boyfriend. So it's four of us in the car, right? And as we're driving to Walmart, we're talking, having a good time or whatever. I remember just thinking in my head, how are we going to get all this food with $7, right? So I'm just talking, running my mouth, not really paying attention. And I remember looking to my back and looking at my older cousin, and she had this, I wish I had this bag. It was like a big purse. Y'all remember how girls used to wear those big purses to school, like those big duffel bags as a book bag? She had a bag like that. And when I look in the back seat, she's taking out all of the items from her big duffel bag. Like, and I didn't catch on to anything that she was doing at the time. I was so oblivious, just so just had no clue what was going on. So I'm talking to my big cousin, and she's taking out stuff from this big old bag and she putting it on the back seat, right? So really her bag is empty now. And again, this is just slipping out of my mind. I'm just not really paying attention to what's going on. So we get to Walmart, and we did park in the front. We parked in a handicap. Now, not too much. I know y'all don't park in handicapped spots before, and we were bold. We did that at Walmart. We parked in the handicap. I remember because we were in the front. We parked in the handicap. We all got out the car. So we're in Walmart now. And we're shopping. We're getting we're going through the aisles, joking around, getting little things that was on the list, checking it off or whatever. Picking up a little extra even, honestly. So I'm leaning on this railing in the meat section. Um, and my big cousin, she's standing next to me. And my other young cousin, her boyfriend, have the buggy. They standing behind us. And I'm just talking. I'm always running my mouth, y'all. I'm always running my mouth, just so oblivious to things in the moment. It was crazy. So I'm just standing there, running my mouth, talking to my older cousin. And y'all, tell me why she's like, she's like putting, she's like putting packs of meat in this duffel bag that she emptied out in the car. I'm talking to her, and she's like putting packs of steak, packs of whatever, of ribs, a pack of like a pack of ground beef. She's like, and she was kind of using me for a shield. Like I was standing there, and I was wondering why she got like real close to me, and she's like filling the bag with these packs of meat, and I'm just standing there. I'm like, yo, one thing y'all don't know about me. I'm very scary when it comes to the law. I'm very scary to breaking laws. I will not go to jail. So I used to do that kind of stuff when I was younger. Take little things out of stores like the corner store for no reason at all, just being young and could take and took it because I could. But as an adult, I have a lot to lose. Or as a young adult as I was very scared of the law, right? So she's putting packs of meat in this bag, and I look back to my cousin and her boyfriend, and they chilling, they smiling, they all knew, they was aware of this plan. So I was just oblivious to everything, but they all was in coherence with each other. They was kind of used to this, and I wasn't. So my cousin, she putting this meat in her bag, and I'm just stuck. I didn't know what to do. I'm like, we're gonna go to jail. So we move on. She was real slick with it. She put the packs of meat in her duffel bag, and we just keep walking down each aisle, getting the items that we need. And I'm asking my cousin, and the whole time she's real good. I'm talking to her, and she's talking back to me, but you can tell like when you're sneaking to do something, it's like she's paying attention to my conversation, but she wasn't. She was talking to me while she was putting packs of meat inside of her duffel bag. So we move on and we continue shopping for other items. Now, this is where it gets a little crazy for me. And you could call me what you want, right? So we get to the front, and this is when the checkout at Walmart was like kind of a new thing. It just had started or whatever. So we get to the front. Now, mind you, we had about a buggy full of things. Like we had like the buggy was halfway full, almost full. We had $7. Yeah, we had $7. Mom-in-law gave us $7 to get all of these items, and none of us had any money. I surely didn't, right? So we walk up to the checkout, and I'm looking at my cousins, and we have this buggy full of stuff. My cousin, my little cousin, she started to scan, and she took like 3 packs of meat, and she stacked them on top of each other, and she scanned the one, and she put all 3 packs inside of the bag. And I'm like, hell no. Who got the keys to the car? Hell no. My heart started racing, and I was like, I do not know these people. I am not with these people. Give me the keys to the car because I have to go. So she started, I see how I stayed for a little bit, you know what I mean? But it's like, okay, so she take another item, and she scanned one, and she's stuffing a whole bunch inside. So really I'm really, my cousin, she really just scanned like 3 items, and she put the rest of them in the bags and put it in the buggy. So I panicked. I'm like, hell no, give me the keys to the car. Give me the keys to the car. And she was moving pretty fast, y'all. Like my little cousin, they had to be some pros at this. I was so terrified. I took the keys, and I take my ass to the car, right? Luckily we had took that handicap spot, that disabled spot, and we was like not too far from the entrance. So I take the keys, and I'm like, deuces, I'm gonna go park the car. I was really an accomplice, y'all, because I got in the car and I parked the car right at the entrance, right? So any smart person, any detective or police looking at this would be like, yeah, she's the getaway girl. whatever. And no lie, like 3 minutes later, my cousins and them come out with the buggy. They have all of the stuff in the bag. I popped the trunk for them because I seen them coming. So I popped the trunk. My cousins come running out with her. She come running out with this empty duffel bag. I mean, she was footing it, and the duffel bag just flying from behind her. She's just footing it to the car, right? So she hopped in the back seat, and then she closed the door. My other little cousin and her boyfriend, she come running out the store with the buggy. I'm talking about full speed, and as like before they even made it to the car, she's like throwing the groceries in the back seat like football. I'm not lying. She was like running, and she was like throwing the the stuff in the trunk before she actually made it to the car. So it gave her like a few minutes. And behind her was this big fat security guy, y'all. I'm not lying. So my intuition told me to go to that car. And I'm glad I went to that car when I did, because I'm like, we going to jail. So my big cousin in the back seat, my little cousin and her boyfriend, they still like, honestly, I think they didn't get like one or two bags. They pretty much slammed up the rest of them damn groceries in the back of the trunk. They slammed it and they hopped in the back seat. I instantly pull off. I am so scared. You know, when you're scared, your instincts be what it is, fight or flight. I flight. I got the hell up out of there. So I drive out of the parking lot, and this is my cousin's car. I never drove this car before, but I drove it that day. I get up out of there, I kind of speed up out of there. Nobody was following. I seen the fat guy. He just wobbled back into the entrance, and he looked defeated, like, we got away with it. I was kind of low key mad because I know my cousins, they have a little history of having sticky fingers and other stuff. But I had no idea that they were gonna do that at that moment and have me with them. They know mommy. I'm scary. I don't do stuff like that. I am scary. I am not going to jail, okay? So I was kind of upset about that part, but we made it back to the house. We give mama law the groceries. I tell her what happened. We tell her what happened. She's like, oh, whatever. She really didn't care. She just wanted the groceries so she can continue cooking. We talking about it. We go back in the garage, my cousins and I, and we smoking our tree, having a good time, doing things cousins do. Mama-in-law cooked this wonderful feast. I'm talking about one of the best and most memorable Thanksgivings I've ever had. I mean, she had everything from scratch. She had a turkey, ham, she had ribs, sweet potato pies from scratch, all kind of cakes, um, collard greens, macaroni and cheese. Y'all don't get me started. She was up all night throwing down, and it's one of the most memorable Thanksgivings ever. From the food to us running from stealing groceries from Walmart. Well, I can say them because I had nothing to do with it, and I'm sticking to my story. This not my story to tell y'all, but I did hear that, like, if you do a crime like petty theft inside of a supermarket, and you like in the car thinking that you a getaway driver and you're not inside of the store, they can't see your car from the parking lot cameras, just so you know. And I have a family member that did that before, and hours later after they did the theft, the police did come knocking at the front door and they went to jail. That's just what I heard. I'm not sure how positive that is, but I think she went to jail. I don't think she was lying about that. No cap. No cap. And it wouldn't have been me. But y'all, that day was crazy. It was fun filled. I really enjoyed my cousins. I'm glad I didn't get locked up. I'm glad I did get scared enough to ask for the key and go to the car. Because I won't do good in jail. I won't. Like, I won't. And when I say I'm scared of jail, I mean I'm scared of jail. Meaning I'm like, I just can't do it. I'm too cute for that. I mean, whatever. It's actually unfortunate to say that I don't even communicate with those with my cousins anymore. Like with those cousins that I had that experience with, it kind of make me sad just thinking about it. Not really, but really, it's kind of sad that sometimes family can fall out and you don't get along how you used to over little small things that make it happen. He say, she say, not being an adult and actually communicating with each other, calling my phone, maybe talking to me about it. But hey, things happen. I doubt that they will ever come across my video, but I love y'all if you do. This is the end of this story. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Please like the video to help me grow, and leave a comment. Anything you're feeling, if you have any cousins that you experience some crazy things with, tell me the story. I'm here to listen. And until next time, y'all, peace.